Whenever I start working with new managers, there's always one problem I see more than any other. It's a problem that I had when I first started as a new manager, and that's a problem of confidence. Luckily, there's a really easy way out of it, which is why I want to talk with you about it today. So I'm really excited to have you here for today's episode. If this is your first time here, my name is Matt Jertson. I'm the founder of Better Everyday Studios, a company that is dedicated to helping great engineers become great managers. My background is I started as an Air Force instructor pilot. I then led the training and development team at SpaceX. And so I have worked with countless individuals who were really competent as technical people. They were really great as individual contributors. And then they just started to struggle when they became a new people manager. And a lot of that struggle came down to what we want to talk about today. To kick things off, I want to talk to you about where I think this problem comes from. When I was growing up, there's a movie that really sticks in my head, a movie called U-571. Now, this is a Matthew McConaughey movie where he plays a captain. He's a submarine captain during World War II. At the beginning of the movie, he's actually second in command. And then in a big battle, his commander is killed. He becomes captain and he doesn't know what to do. And all these people are coming to him saying, like, oh my gosh, what do we do? And in this kind of moment of freak out, he says, I don't know. I don't have all the answers. And in the next scene, the chief of the boat, the highest ranking enlisted person, comes to him and says, how dare you say that? Those words, I don't know, that'll kill a crew. You know, the captain always has the answers. The captain always knows what to do. And for some reason, maybe it's because I was in the military, that concept of what a leader is really stuck in my mind. And I know I'm not alone. Like, I know a lot of people feel like the reason you are a leader is because you have the best ideas. The reason you are a leader is because you know what to do. The problem is when you become a new manager is that you don't know what to do. Approximately 78% of new managers say they feel unprepared for their new role. So you take this, lack of confidence, this lack of belief that you are ready, and combine it with this idea that a leader must know what to do, and it creates kind of this imposter syndrome, or at least this desire to prove to others and to yourself that you deserve to be there. And one of the most common ways this manifests itself is by monopolizing meetings. You come into a meeting and you just talk. You have to have the greatest ideas. You're trying to show everybody how much you know, the things that you've done, the reason why you are here. But there's a problem with that. When you talk so much throughout a meeting, actually people see right through you. Your attempts to appear confident actually make you seem less confident. But there's an even worse thing that happens by talking all the time. And that's that when you're going into a meeting, filling up all the space, there's no space for your team. There's no space for them to share their ideas. There's no space for them to speak up. And so very often they won't speak up. They won't have a chance to raise their hand. They won't share their good ideas. They'll start coming to meetings assuming that you are going to monopolize the meeting. And so they don't really even need to be that prepared for the meeting. They can kind of just sit back and ultimately become disengaged, which is one of the fastest ways to kill a team, especially if it comes to productivity and achievement. You need a highly engaged workforce. And so like I said, this was a problem for me. And so I needed to come up with a way. And the good news is, as I said before, there's a simple way out of this problem. And it's just three simple words: just stop talking. Before I would go into a meeting, I would tell myself, okay, just stop talking. During a meeting, I would say in my head, I would feel the urge to say something, and then I would just stop talking. The more you can repeat to yourself, just stop talking, a few things will happen. First off, you stop monopolizing the conversation. So you create extra space. And you know what happens when you create that extra space? Your team fills that space. They bring their own ideas. They start talking. They start sharing things that maybe they're better ideas than what you would have had. But the other kind of almost more important thing that happens is rather than trying to prove to everybody that you're the manager and you deserve to be there, you appear as if you know you deserve to be there. Of course, you deserve to be there. You don't have to share every idea. You don't have to weigh in on everything because you know that, hey, I'm the leader, I'm the manager. It's up to me ultimately anyway. I have final say. So I don't have to monopolize this conversation. That is truly how you appear more confident. So if you're a new manager and you're feeling very uncertain of yourself, you feel like you need to prove yourself, I'm here to tell you that what you think you need to do isn't what you need to do. As a manager, it isn't your job to have the best ideas anymore. I know as an individual contributor, that's why you get promoted. You have the best ideas. But as a manager, your job is to help your team collectively find and execute on the best answers, not to have the best answers. And so, one of the key things you need to do in order to make that happen is to just stop talking. I hope you found this helpful. It definitely helped me. If it did, make sure you subscribe so you never miss a future episode. And I will see you next time on the Leadership Launchpad.